spearing for squid, octopus, or lobster. And then you might see them out here at night with their torches, lanterns. So visitors will go to the Polynesian Culture Center because it's an all-day to an evening event. By the time you return, it's nightfall, when you might see the night divers out here then, when you return to Waikiki. Now, should you rent yourselves a car and cruising along our various coastlines here, you come across a beach area that interests you, parking permitting, and that's the key. As long as you have a safe area you can pull over and park at, you can enjoy that particular beach. Now, by safe, if you hadn't noticed earlier, to our right, there's a white line there. Anything to the right side of that white line is considered safe. And your vehicle has to be totally, fully to the right of it. No, it cannot be on the line or half and half, anything like that. You've got to be totally, fully to the right of that white line. As our cousins here, I don't know if you noticed earlier, have parked. And then see Haula La'ie. Now we're into an area known as Punalu'u, spelled P-U-N-A-L-U-U. I'm not sure if it's on your maps, but if you're following along. And then, not unusual, farther up ahead, a certain beach stretch within Punalu'u, to see fishermen standing offshore, waiting patiently for a school of fish to come by so they can throw a net. So it's always fun to see. It's all a matter of timing. Should you happen to drive past, you see an actual throwing motion. So we'll see. A little farther up. And then also coming up here on our right side, you might have noticed these types of homes in other areas as well, built high up off the ground, very exaggerated. They'll use the bottom areas of carport, storage area, or an area where they'll gather to socialize. Or as we say here in the islands, toss yourselves a car, driving around the island, areas that you can claim as your own, not have to worry about others invading your space. Yeah. So it's normally anywhere along this stretch leading up ahead, and you may see the fishermen I spoke of earlier with the throw nets. Now, should you see them on your own time, if you're cruising around various parts of our coastline, how you can tell when they're about to throw their net, they get like in a crouched position as they approach a school of fish, whatever it is they're eyeing. That's how you can tell. Now we're going to cross over a bridge coming up. On the other side of the bridge to our left was an area where, maybe 7 years back during our whale watching season, there was a baby whale beached right out here. So all these people tried to help it out. Finally, word got out to Sea Life Park, that's an ocean area on the southeast side of the island. They came out here with their boats and nets and were able to help it out, taking it out deeper, safer waters. But can you imagine yourself running your car and just cruising along, all of a sudden, whoosh, you see a beached whale. Even for us here in the islands, very unusual sighting, uncommon. Excuse me. I'll take a break.
It's cold.
What?
It's not cold.
My wife feels cold.
It's cold.
Freezing cold.
Yes. Thank you.
There you go. Yeah, keep me posted, gang. I can't read your minds. You're sitting there suffering. Let me know.
Thank you, Mr. Aaron.
Wow.
Thank you.
So here, surfers have to be aware, conserve enough energy to be able to paddle themselves back after their surf sessions. Yeah. Other beaches, the waves will break right on shore. They're called shoreline breakers there. Now, here, the name of this village is a great example of a name with multiple vowels within its spelling. Again, if you have your maps on the right side, upper half is spelled K-A-A-A-W-A. So, remember, A's have a ah sound. You've got 3 A's, so you do pronounce it 3 times. And again, the W in this case, there in that area, that's where the Marine Corps base is located. Mokapu. Yeah. So again, Ka'ava, up ahead, Ka'ava Valley. Within Ka'ava Valley, dozens of different movies have been filmed within its interior, such as Jurassic Park was filmed there, George of the Jungle, 51st Dates, The Rock's movie Rundown, bunches of others. Now, as far as TV series, Lost was filmed there, and then more recently, more currently, the TV series remake of Hawaii 5-0. Several episodes have been filmed within its interior as well. Again, have you been noticing a lot of empty beach areas here for you? Make use of and have fun. So we always encourage visitors, definitely take advantage of both our beaches and park areas. That's what they're there for you.
Are we at the Kawela Bay?
What bay?
Kawela Bay.
No idea. I don't know that one. No, we're not by any bay of any kind.
Sunset Beach.
You left Sunset Beach 5 days ago. Keep up. Hey gang, check out the waves here. And so, not all waves are surfable, rideable, if you didn't know. These here, these are called closed out conditions. You see all the white there? And so you can ride them, they're just harder to read. And one of the blessings in growing up here as a surfer is that every surfer has their own favorite beach, but if you're going, to your own personal favorite, there's no waves, non-existing waves, what we call junk waves, then you can go to another beach or just keep moving till you find one with better waves. But here, look, in that direction you may recognize from the movies I mentioned, if you look that way. Jurassic Park, George of the Jungle, all those guys. Now as we make this bend, we'll be leaving Ka'ava, and we'll be entering the area known as Kualoa, spelled K-U-A-L-O-A. Kualoa. Kualoa. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's on your maps, but here's a sign straight ahead, spelled K-U-A-L-O-A. Kualoa. Now we're going to do another bend to our right, farther up. After we make that bend, up ahead there's a tree. Looks like a left half of a tree. Actually, it's very deceiving. It's not a tree, it's 4 trees. And so I mentioned the trees to you, the 4 trees. To the left of the 4 trees, there. I'm sorry, I have cars behind me. But yeah, that was it. And then straight ahead, offshore island known as Chinaman's Hat. Chinaman's Hat. Now, let's see here. Coming up on our right, the remains of what was the very first sugar mill built here on Oahu on this island back in the 1800s. Back then, known as the Morgan Mill. This was left of it. And also from here, look to your left. Maybe it's a better angle to notice the turtle. I mentioned the profile going to our left. Mokapu. And then this is Kualoa Ranch to your right, which is the largest ranch on Oahu, just over 4,000 acres there. But here again, let me do this because it's such an unusually shaped island. Let me pictures there if you like.
Oh, they're all pretty. That is gorgeous.
Para makita rin yung bus. Dito ka. Oops. Careful.
Yeah. Dito ba ako?
Oo.
Yung mountain.
Kita. Dito ka sa, sa bus.
Tatayo ako dito. Tatayo ako dyan. Gusto ko yung mountain. Back. Bye. Come on, let's go. Bye.
Dito.
Admiring the view. Excuse me.
So, ano pa? Papunta tayo sa mountain.
Yan, tayo na.
Are you sitting on it? Oh, it's right here. It's right here.
Sometimes you can be in one side of the island and you go to the other, totally opposite weather conditions. It could be rainy one side, bone dry the other. So we shall see here. Oh, here gang, should any of you make your way out to the Poly Lookout that I mentioned, and where you can enjoy viewing this side, the windward side of the island, expect high winds. That's the norm, what you can usually expect there. So again, we're just leaving the windward side, so the winds will blow inland, hit the base of the Ko'ola mountain range, and in turn creating those high winds, high gusts, strong gusts there. So yeah, just so you know ahead of time, prepare, expect high winds at the Poly Lookout. So this is leading us into, this is Kalihi Valley area here. Yeah, looks like it got a little cloudy here since we left this side of the island earlier. Oh, but here, let me share with you, and this is a great question. Some of you were asking about the flag you saw as a Union Jack within this design there. That is the Hawaii state flag. So if you get to see it, it has stripes within this design. So let me back up here. You have to understand the Hawaiians had never seen a flag before. Wow, did you see our cousin on his motorcycle going the opposite direction? He was popping a wheelie. He was doing a wheelie the whole time. Incredible, yeah? On the freeway. I didn't know what a flag was until the early explorers arriving here with their flags representing the various countries. So the very first flag given to King Kamehameha was given to him by an English captain, Captain George Vancouver. So Captain Vancouver, along with a couple of other Englishmen, were very influential in helping King Kamehameha with his battle plans and strategies. They were the ones that introduced the use of muskets and cannons to King Kamehameha, allowing him a vantage point, winning all the major decisive battles, and in turn uniting all the islands under a single rulership. So yeah, it had never been done by anyone before, or for that matter since. And that's why King Kamehameha is also referred to known as the Unifier, or more commonly known as King Kamehameha the Great. So when he decided he wanted his own flag representing his islands with the English influence, he incorporated the Union Jack into his design. So I mentioned how there's stripes within the flag's design, 8 of them representing what was then known as the principal islands, main islands of Hawaii. I took a picture as to how the waves look at the different beaches we go by, because they will vary from one another. So again, it's usually the far end of the side of the beach area that the turtles tend to congregate. Sometimes with the rocks here, people look at them not knowing that they're turtles, thinking they're rocks. So again, the name of the beach is Laniakea. And so sometimes visitors have a difficult time pronouncing the name. So I refer to them to the neighboring beach. We'll see here in just a bit. There'll be an opening